I came back down to do a PhD at USC, but I started comedy at the same time. So I was taking like my homework to the Comedy Store and like spreading it out while I was doing like open mics. I was like submitting documents.
For me personally, I was like, I don't like to suffer.
The darkness fuels everything else in my life, so I'm afraid to
Okay,
neutralize
Batman.
I understand
I can relate
that.
to that, but I don't feel like it's healthy anymore. I don't like having to approach life with such a heaviness.
My family had engineering experience. That's why I knew all the shortcuts to engineering.
Same with my family. They
Doctors.
had medical
Yeah.
experience, so both my younger siblings, I guess, are medical Nepo babies.
I love the Wayans brothers because you look at their whole
Are
family.
they doctors?
And the,
Of comedy.
exactly.
One's an
Marlon
engineer.
Wayans is actually a doctor.
What's going on, guys? My name's Tarun Shetty. Welcome to the Convo Sutra. So excited for this episode. We have some returning panelists, but before we begin, let's do a quick intro for audio listeners.
Hi, I'm Fizaa Dosani. I'm a comedian, writer, and actor. And yeah, I think that's enough info for now, right?
Yes.
Cool.
What's up, y'all? My name is Yuvi, back again. I'm an actor, personal trainer.
What if I said the same thing?
Say the same thing.
They're like, you're not a personal trainer, girl. I'm Pallavi Gunalan. I am a comedian, a writer, actor, and I was an engineer. And if anyone's hiring, I could be again.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Hilarious. So excited to see what you wear on the show.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I want to shout out to Cash Collective for this shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, KSH and then Collective
Nice.
spelled normally.
You have equity in it?
I don't,
You just
but
plug in
you know,
it.
I should look into it.
You
I
should.
should look into it. No, the guy who runs it sent me some free shirts, so
Oh, good.
yeah, I definitely want to. Yeah, this
Cash
is cool,
Patel.
right?
Is it Cash Patel?
It's
No.
Cash Patel, yeah.
It was before Cash Patel became a thing. Yeah, he's been around.
Cash
for a
Patel
while.
is sponsoring Fizaa.
Just in general,
Yeah.
just her life.
Hey, I'll take it. Yeah.
Pallavi, we got like matching, I guess.
I know. Do you know what's funny? This is my mom's shirt. She sent me a bunch of shirts she doesn't wear anymore. Is that my mom's shirt as
Yes.
well?
This is your mom's shirt.
This is my mom's shirt, too.
Oh,
yeah,
cute.
we're the same size.
God, your
Yeah.
mom.
Your
Your
mom's
mom loves
ripped.
jewel tones. And
Yeah.
Right?
I do like that texture though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does, too.
It's very breathable.
It is. It is.
Yeah, a lot of airflow.
Yeah.
This is the podcast, by the way.
Hey, you started it.
I know. Pretty much.
I'll take that trend, wear our mom's clothes versus like the crazy baggy stuff right now. Like,
I love baggy stuff.
Do you?
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Gen Z, for making me feel comfortable.
I totally love baggy stuff too, but as a personal trainer, I can understand how that's like bad for business, right?
it's not bad, but right now it's like crazy baggy, right? Like every pant is like 2-3 pant like widths, and it's like, can I not have that wide? There's like no other option.
I think it's really funny. I think they should go baggier. Like, just keep getting bigger and bigger.
I have like a nostalgia thing about that.
Yeah.
Because in middle school, we had like the JNCO.
Yeah, we had the
baggy.
baggy. Yeah.
That's funny.
The JNCOs.
You're absolutely
Okay.
right. Like I did like a shoot, I do like, a lot of print stuff, and I've been buying like these skinny jeans forever. And then
Yeah.
the stylists were like, "No, those are out. Now baggy jeans are in." I'm like, I just spent like hundreds of dollars buying all the stupid wardrobe.
Save them. They'll come back in like
That's
15 to
funny.
20 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Like, can't we
It
just have
goes by
straight
fast.
legs? Straight legs, cool. You know?
Okay, homophobic during Pride Month, first of all.
I prefer a queer leg. Thank you.
Queer leg, that's funny, dude.
Flared.
Queer leg is probably skinny jeans, right? You know, that was like how we used to be
Oh, that's
treated.
a term? Interesting.
No, but like
made it
when I used to rock the skinnies, people used to be like, "Dude, are you like that is way too tight." I'm like, it's cool with me, but now it's like all about the baggy.
You have to own your fashion, whatever
You
you
do.
choose.
Yeah,
Whatever you
I
choose,
think
you got to
so.
own your
Timeless.
fashion.
I like doing the Indian top American jeans thing now.
Oh, yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, I'm like, because we always have like our Indian half of the wardrobe.
Yeah.
And then our American half, and I'm like, we gotta use it all.
And I love
Yeah.
your earrings too.
Oh, thanks. These are actually, it's...
Your mom's?
No, these are not
Can
my
I not give her a
mom's.
compliment?
The poor
These
audio
are-
listener, they can't see any
No.
of this.
Oh, that's right.
They're cool.
She's
My friend
wearing
is
these
a-
like huge like gold earrings.
My friend's Filipino, and she runs like a brown girl earrings brand. So I'm like repping her brand.
That is really cool.
Thank you.
So let's just talk about you real quick, just so we don't get too sidetracked. First of all, being an engineer is amazing. I didn't realize that you were a genius.
What kind?
I'm not. That's why I'm doing comedy now. No, I'm kidding. I was a biomedical engineer.
Oh,
so
wow, you went all in.
Yeah. So I quit my PhD.
What's your origin story? Can you go from like where you
I
grew
was
up?
born in Texas, grew up in Utah, and then I went to Caltech in Pasadena for undergrad, and then I went to Carnegie Mellon for master's, and then I worked in the
Jesus.
Bay in biotech. in infectious diseases.
Oh my God.
And then I
Super
came back
Indian.
down to do a PhD at USC, but I started comedy at the same time. And then I was taking, Fizaa remembers, I was taking like my homework to the Comedy Store and like spreading it out while I was doing like open mics. I was like submitting documents in the green rooms and stuff.
I just remember thinking how smart it was that she had like a skill set outside of this and like how I should have made better decisions.
And now we're all in the same boat.
Although I'm thinking about like I do want a skill set outside of entertainment.
What would be your
just
skill
to have
set?
some. I've always been interested in psychology.
Oh yeah, you
can
would
see
be
that.
so good.
And I get that a lot because I've been in therapy so much and have seen progress. Sometimes they say that's a good experience to have as, you know, a therapist. So I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
You're very
but-
pro mental health and a good space to reflect off.
Oh my God, thank you. Thank you.
I think I told you last time you were here, I was saying stuff just so I can get your answer. Because I was like, it was free therapy for me. Remember I said that to you?
It's like, what would your therapist say?
Aaron, have you not done therapy?
I did it twice. I didn't enjoy it. I had 2 therapists. I didn't like either of them.
It takes a while.
It does.
It takes a long time. It's like dating. You have to find someone where you're like, you're in this for the right reasons. You're
so-
willing to make a commitment
It's
to
a
me.
therapist app where you can swipe.
They do, and they're terrible.
Really?
I
That
mean,
exists? Oh, I
there are
was
some
kidding.
apps that are like not good for therapy.
I had a nutcase of a therapist, and she was recommended to me by like a personal training client. So I figured, oh yeah, she'll be good. Nutcase, I had to
Yeah.
get rid of her. My current one, awesome. Yeah.
So because I actually went with the first therapist that I met with. There was a site back in the day called Therapic where you could see a list of it doesn't exist anymore, I don't think, but you could see videos of the therapist, and I just liked his vibe. And I've been with him for over a decade now. So
That's a long
Yeah,
time.
he's made a lot of money off me.
Yeah. Continuous, or do you ever take breaks?
Continuous, yeah, it's wild. It's wild, but I find that when I miss a week, I feel it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and also, but like I've come a long way. Like I would say that I had a lot of like psychic pain and anxiety and maladaptive coping mechanism. We've talked about this, and I've just like always wanted to feel better. Like that's just always been me. Like in my family, I'd say like 3 out of 5 of us are neurodivergent, and like
What does neurodivergent
Yeah, what does that
mean?
mean? I know I've heard it, but
well, I think it's a big umbrella, but I think just sort of different. You know what?
It's
Let's
like
have
being-
the biomedical
It's like
engineer.
being queer for mental illness.
Yeah.
It's like a big umbrella term. It can incorporate like
Anna's
depression, anxiety, ADHD, like or
wow.
being on the spectrum. So it's just like what I imagine people who aren't on Twitter to be like.
Interesting.
I want to defer to the expert.
I'm not an expert.
Well, you know, you are, I think, qualified to answer what neurodivergence
how did you grow up? Did you grow up like with the classic Indian parents with like no emotional intelligence? Like, what was it like?
Yeah, I think like high IQ, low EQ at the time.
yeah,
I mean,
classic.
I think all of us as a society have progressed in terms of EQ. We just talk about things more, but like, yeah, I mean, I think, you know, and I have empathy for them too because they probably had it. You know, it was more difficult, probably more difficult to talk about certain things. But yeah, I think just
Talk about anything,
yeah, true, like facts.
right?
Don't talk, study.
So I just, you know, I think it's a combination of nature, nurture. So for me, I think I just had to figure out a lot of things and I've just wanted to. I never like some people I think,
Yeah.
I don't like speaking on other people's perspective, but I think some people kind of get comfortable in misery.
Me.
Yeah, and that's, you know, I think
Yeah.
the diversity of perspective is amazing. I think that's amazing, everyone, you know, but for me personally, I was like, I don't like to suffer unnecessarily. I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah. So sometimes I feel like the darkness fuels everything else in my life, so I'm afraid to
Okay,
neutralize it.
Batman.
I understand
I can relate
that.
to that, but
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's healthy anymore. But I did
Yeah.
that I probably still do, but I don't like having to approach life with such a heaviness anymore.
Yeah.
I also think that's true for like comedians. Like people always get worried that if they treat their illness or become different or grow or evolve, they'll lose their creativity. But
Yeah.
then you look at happy comedians and you're like, you've always been happy and like well-adjusted and you're still very funny. There are some people.
But the happy comedians are like psychopaths in real life, like Bill Cosby or that guy Vince
No,
Chan.
That's
don't
not a
mean-
happy guy.
I
If you're
don't
drugging
mean-
women to
I
get
mean-
laid, you're not a happy guy. I don't care if you smile in
his
public.
persona. Oh yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I mean like genuinely. Like I know
Yeah.
like well-adjusted like people in healthy relationships that are like, we don't have to be sad. We could be okay.
Yeah.
And they're still really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's true. I think sometimes like you identify with, I mean, not you, but we can identify with our, I don't want to say illness, but let's just say illness for lack of a better word. And we feel like it's part of who we are. And that's why it could be scary because it's like, well, who am I outside of this? And then when you have people, when you have the pressure of like, well, I need, to be funny on stage as part of my job, I can understand how that's really scary. But yeah, I think, if it gets bad enough where like it's just self-destructive and it's more harmful than helpful, then it's just like I didn't feel like I had a choice.
Yeah.
And just, just hope that.
Yeah, I get turned off if someone's overly happy. And from you can tell when someone's like, this dude's no way this guy's this happy. You know?
It's inauthentic.
It's inauthentic. You can
Yeah.
just kind of feel it. You're like, it's okay, man. You can, you can be real.
I do vibe better with people who are more real. I can tell right off the bat if they're
Yeah.
fake or not.
That's why I love comedians too, because I think
Yeah.
there's sort of a layer peeled off with a lot of people in comedy where
Yeah.
you can just be more of yourself. There's less pretense, and worry about politeness and all this.
What
and
did I tell you
that.
on the phone? That's exactly what I
Yeah.
told her. I said comedians do well here because they're themselves versus people come on here and they're like, oh, I'm spiritual, I'm smart. Like, it's like the whole persona. It's like comedians are just like who they are, essentially.
Yeah,
So it's great.
to a fault. I think that's also like, for me, reminds me of like family dynamics. I'm definitely, my whole family is like pretty blunt, but I'm the bluntest of them all. And I think that lends well to the stage.
Terrific, yeah.
Not so well in like polite society all the time.
I can imagine you in the Bridgerton era or world. Just
I'm bullet pointing the pamphlets. I'm like, so and so's messing with this person. This person's too good for this person.
organizing the information
Yeah.
for all of us. I love it.
I want to set you up properly. So you do facial recognition. I've mentioned her show many times, but you do it.
We do it together.
With you
Us
and
with
Zara.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you guys all form that show? I guess that's my own question to you, both of you.
Well, I think we were in the scene around the same time, and us plus a couple other ladies, Suba, Kieran, and Aparna, I would say, because she was sort of the
forefront.
famous one. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a show every month at the Comedy Store they do, by the way.
So
And it's taken on different forms too, which I'm sure
Yeah.
Fizaa will go over.
yeah. So basically, I just got I was talking to someone I considered a friendly acquaintance, and we had a good conversation. And at the end, she said, "Oh, it was great talking to you, Zara," and just pissed me off. Just pissed me off because I'm like, I thought this was real, I thought this was real. And of course, she didn't mean it that way. And I've talked to her since, and she, what do they say? Fertilizers are made out of whatever. But I made a facial recognition guide, a little meme thing with all of our faces. And I was like, before you talk to any of us, look at this.
Yeah.
Just look at this. And I guess it kind of,
Yeah, people loved it. And it was my first year in comedy, and I felt so honored to be on the same flyer as all of them. I'm like, they know me.
well, you dove into the scene,
Yeah.
You went in, you came in doing you came in strong. So you were there,
But don't you feel like it's easier to work in teams versus, because comedy's so solo.
Yeah.
And it's you're by yourself most of the time. So I did the show. By the way, thanks for having me on your show.
Yeah.
I did
You
it
killed it.
Killed it.
last week. Thanks for having me. But it was so cool to see that you guys work as a team, as a unit. And I was like, oh, this is actually so nice because I'm always by myself at these
Yeah.
clubs.
Yeah.
At this point, it's a well-oiled machine because we've been doing it since 2017. We've done it since pre-Zara meeting her now father of her child and husband.
Yeah.
we thought she was going to give birth at our first Netflix as a joke show.
we were like, this would be great press.
She was due. We were just crossing her fingers. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
Her water didn't break on stage.
Zara Ali, who's been a guest on this show, she's terrific.
Yeah.
So she's our partner with facial recognition comedy.
Yeah, I remember Zara.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? I find when you say comedy's super lonely, what is it about? I feel like all these women comedians, you guys really hang tight.
Protection.
Yeah, we do.
So
I never felt that. Yeah.
Yeah, girl.
well, I think it sort of gave us a community because like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, it was just so male dominated.
Yeah.
And then sort of not only are we female identifying, but we're also women of color. So there were only, no one really had our backs. At the time, people would put one woman on a lineup and that was it. Like that was
Also,
status quo, right?
Yeah, even at the beginning of our show, when we would have our flyers up, like people would comment like rating our looks like openly.
Yeah.
So it started out really.
Does not surprise me.
Yeah,
it's
I mean, it's
brutal.
not surprising, but it still feels bad.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the antithesis of what we're trying to do here and supporting each other. So it was, I think, a different landscape also before Me Too. And it kind of changed a little. And from what I kind of got in around that time. And from what I can tell from what older female comedians have said, people who've had more experience, they said it was a lot more competitive. And so I think around the time that we were starting our show, that's when it kind of shifted and we started, helping each other and doing more. And I always said, because I experienced Me Too in the comedy community.
Yeah.
I've always said that investing in male comedians as like partnerships was very volatile, like as a stock market view of things, because it felt like every other week people were getting outed for things. So it felt at least a little bit safer to invest my time and effort with women.
Men are more for liability. They cost more to insure.
Yes.
If that was what we were doing.
It's like the driving insurance
Yeah.
policies.
No, I feel like comedians in general are just volatile.
Yeah.
A lot of personality. So, and like the thing that would draw you to wanting to be on stage and tell jokes and get validation, that's not necessarily coming from a healthy place.
Yeah.
I think it can evolve, but I mean, a lot of us have our hangups and
I also
idiosyncrasies.
I also think there aren't like good systems in place because, like you said, it can be very isolating. And so because of that lack of community, because of the lack of like healthcare, like things can drive people crazy, and not having a good support system to rely on, or not getting paid well and having to deal with the financial instability, like that can also be very like a pressure-filled system.
Yeah.
It's a career where you lose money.
Well,
Yeah, at least for a while.
I was performing at the store pretty regularly for a few years. It was like the friends and family thing.
Oh,
and then,
cool.
Then a few of us got kind of moved out, and my friend was like, dude, we never like smoked pot with like Joe Rogan and Jeff Ross and stuff. And he was like, all those people kind of elevated themselves, and like the guys who were kind of just like, did their jokes, went home, like kind of got shuttled out. So there is a community there, and you have to do that to rise. And by the way, Yuvi's done comedy too for a few years.
Yeah, when I came out here for like from college, from like 23 to like 28, up until COVID, I was doing.
It's a long time, actually.
It was, I started in high school, and then I just fell out of love with it. I was like,
That's healthy to know like when to take breaks or when to stop or do something that feels more fulfilling.
yeah, I know. I never thought I would fall out of love with comedy because like growing up, I was just all about it. I would go to stand-up shows as a 16-year-old, have to take my cousin to see Russell Peters because I was underage. I was such a geek, and then I totally fell out of love with it. I was like, I had no community. I was desperately trying to connect with comics.
You needed your Fizz and Pallavi.
No, I know. That's why I'm like, dude, these girls really get it. I was like always on the outside. I would watch the dudes hanging out, chopping it up. I'm like, why don't I fit in with those guys?
I also think that might be an issue for men in general. Like, I think women are better at building community because I was joking about the protection, but like you kind of do.
Yeah.
And then also I think there's kind of societal pressure to be more lone wolfy for men,
Wolfy.
Yeah.
You're right. I was telling a
more
friend of mine,
competitive,
my
maybe.
friends,
Maybe, yeah.
my friends who are successful, like, I don't know if they'd be friends with me if I was more successful than them. Just knowing them.
The ego.
Yeah, just knowing them really well. Like, I just feel like people, there's kind of like a hierarchy.
Yeah.
There are people
comedy.
like that.
There are
There are a
people
lot
like
of people
that.
like that.
I'm not sure if like dynamic would work. And I'm okay with it because I'll blow them out of the water one day.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
You're very funny.
You're very
I
funny.
know.
You killed it at
Thanks
the
a lot.
show. It was
I appreciate
really fun
that.
watching.
Thanks a lot. So back to you. What made that transition from I guess, this math science background to comedy? Like, what was the impetus?
I mean, I never knew that comedy could be an option. Like all these people that knew that they could go intern at Conan, I had no idea that that existed until my boyfriend at the time started doing improv. And then I saw, when I was living in the Bay, and then I saw people, some of my friends do stand up, and then I was like, oh, like you can do this. It's like a fun thing. And then my boyfriend, nothing will give you a leg up like a breakup. So we broke up, and then I moved. I had done a few mics in the Bay, and then I moved to LA for my PhD. And then I was like, well, it's just gonna be my PhD in comedy, and I'm just gonna go hard. And then it just became everything. And it was a real struggle for me because I love math and science and engineering, and I still do. I still had a project admin engineering job until like 2 years ago. During the pandemic, I was like volunteer making ventilators like for low cost marketplaces and all of these, and dealing with the sourcing of, you know, how like the supply chains were like totally messed up. So I have like a passion for it. But I only have so much time, and I'm getting tireder as I'm getting older.
Yeah.
I hear you.
So
You got 3 or 4 fur babies.
yeah, well, yeah, now it's up to 5. I have
Wait,
2
what?
fosters. I have 2 fosters.
Well,
Okay,
good
anyways.
for you though. If you
But
can, then
yeah, that's like my thing. I'm just leaning all the way in. But yeah, so it became a thing of, it kind of felt like the biggest like breakup or like mourning of my life to leave my PhD program and dive into comedy. Like I still have the email I sent my parents trying to parse out like my feelings. I had to have conversations with them. I had to have conversations with myself. My roommates who I knew from undergrad, who were like physicists and stuff, they were like, you want to be a comedian.
Yeah.
They were like, don't spend your life agonizing over this decision. Like go for it. Like they were very supportive of me. And they were there when I came home with all sorts of scary stories about male comedians.
Yeah.
So they knew what I was going through, and they still saw like my passion for it. And so it was really hard, and I did feel like a failure, or like I was giving up all the investment like my family had put in me, from coming to this country to investing in my education, to like my professors had, you know, they have to have faith in you to ask you to be in their lab. But then I had to kind of, my whole life has been decompartmentalizing and trying to reintegrate different aspects of my personality into who I am and accept that. And so I'm like still on that journey, but like that was a big part of it, of realizing that I had this talent and this passion. And maybe if I had been younger and been encouraged more to read and write and do that aspect of studies more. And I double majored in English, but I went to a school where they only gave out BSs, so I had a BS in English. Like that's the life I was coming from, where I had to actively pursue it in order for it to happen. So yeah, it was hard. But I still like love doing science comedy shows. I'll do like different gigs here and there. Like if I get another job, you know, I would totally do it. Like if it was allowed me to do comedy.
Well, I think people who come from a background that's something far outside of entertainment bring so much value, I think, to the community. Truly. I mean, I really wish that I had the foresight to get another skill set in something, because you can still do comedy. Like,
But you can still do it.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
So, I mean, that's the thing is like, you know, I say I wish I had the foresight, but yeah, I'm not dead yet. So it's like I can still do it. And same with you. Like you know, also it's like at the time, I know like in our late 20s, early 30s, we feel like, oh my God, we're so old, time's running out. But like you're still in the first third of your life, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I think your journey is unfolding exactly as it needs to.
There's that therapy.
You know?
Yeah.
But truly,
Feels like a warm hug for my soul.
Hey, sorry to interrupt. If you like this episode, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.
Having the skill set outside of your art, I think that's something that I didn't even realize until I did. That, wow, okay, the whole pressure makes diamonds example. I don't think it works and serves you in art, because it just killed, for me at least, it killed my funny, or it killed my, you know, artistic expression. You just need to be really loose and light to be funny, to be like artistically free. So yeah, having that skill set outside of it, I think it's helped me a lot. It's just taken the pressure off.
That's why like Nepo babies are so successful.
Totally.
Because they have a family that has the experience to get in. Like, I mean, my family had engineering experience. That's why I knew all the shortcuts to engineering.
Yeah, and
you know,
same with my family. They had
Doctors.
medical experience. So both my younger siblings, I guess, are medical Nepo babies. In the
Yeah.
sense
Right.
they had, that guidance. And because it's so hard. It's hard
Oh,
if
you
your
still have
parents
to do
are
the
doctors.
work
So
as an
you
engineer.
still have to do the work, but I
Yeah.
knew what programs to apply to. I knew how to get into research programs early for my college applications. Like,
it does help me have more empathy for Nepo babies in the industry because it's like, well, you have an advantage. It's already hard. Why wouldn't you take that,
Yeah.
And that's, I think, with any industry. And it is sort of annoying because it's like, a lot of times, even if you do have the advantage, it's like, well, at least be good at it,
Yeah.
I guess
Totally.
there's a thing with like Indians in medicine. They're like, oh, my kid might not get into medical school, so they send them like Poland or like Manipal in India or something.
or they can buy seats in colleges in India.
Straight
Yeah,
up. Yeah.
exactly.
You just pay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think people in America like white people. They're like, oh, I can go study. Maybe, is that in the back of their mind? But Indian parents know this, like as like a
Yeah.
backdoor shortcut. You still have to do the work though. That's the thing. You can't deny
Yeah.
that.
I love the Wayans brothers because you look at their whole
Are
family.
they doctors?
And
Of comedy.
exactly.
One's an
Marlon
engineer.
Wayans is actually a doctor. No, I look at them and I'm like, okay, great. This is a perfect example of a family that was from Keenan. He set all of them up, but then they all kind of
They all were
really
so funny.
dug in and like,
Yeah.
hey, teach me. I want to learn the ways. And they capitalized on that. And they're all funny,
Yeah.
It's
like a family business, I think, and it's not unusual. Like in the past, people's kids would go into the same professions as their parents. Like that's why there's names like Smith, and Fisher, and
Yeah.
that's where I think these sort of things come from.
And
That's the American caste system.
My dad's father was, I think, an accountant for a fish company. So my last name could have been Machiwala.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm happy to be a Dosani.
Yeah.
I think at some point they changed his last name to our maternal, the maternal family name.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, we're Dosanis. But I could have been a
I'm
Machiwala
gonna
for
start
the
calling you Machi.
yeah,
which means fish.
Yeah, it's a great
fish
nickname.
person.
Wait,
Fish
that might be
person.
bad.
There's Mataiwala
Macha
too.
means like
Mataiwala.
brother in Tamil. So like my uncles and my dad they always call each other Macha. So I'll be like, hey Macha.
That's hilarious. Where are you from in India? Where are your parents from?
I'm half Tamil, half Sindhi, but my family's mostly in Chennai, which is where my mom's side moved to during partition. So some of my uncles were born in like Pakistan, Afghanistan before.
Just with Tamil at home?
No, I speak. My dad was like, all you need to learn to survive in America is Spanish and Chinese. And I'm like, you're not teaching me either of those either. So like, teach me Tamil.
It's not wrong.
Yeah. But I try to learn. I keep trying.
People always ask me if I'm Sindhi because my last name ends in Ani.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So-
was about to ask you that.
It's my dad's side is from a village in Gujarat called Drol.
Dol, but drol.
Yeah, exactly. Which I went once in my life and I had a blast.
cool.
I peed in a hole. It was the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
A village life. And I think I ended up getting lice from like my second or third cousins. They were all children. But
That's the way to do it.
Worth
Passage,
it.
Rite
I think
of
I got lice
passage.
once. I got lice once too when I was a kid in India.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens.
I don't think I've ever had lice.
You want it?
Yeah.
You can get lice here in the podcast. We're like India.
Yeah.
You know what I loved about your Instagram, by the way? I love the fact when you went to a science conference and you were like talking about.
Oh yeah.
No, but you know what was cool about that? It was like you incorporated science. See, and that's where her thing comes into play. Like you've got such a great background and it's so specialized. And then you can integrate both of those together and none of us can touch that. And I feel like you're in a good space. And I think you mentioned you were like featuring for Sammy Obeid.
Yeah.
And he's like also like a math guy too,
Yeah,
right?
it's so funny because our lineups will be like mathematician, 2 engineers.
But that's good.
Yeah,
you guys
it's really
complement each other.
fun.
So I feel like that's a space you can explore more.
Yeah, and it kind of feels like just like us being South Asians in comedy, it's like another like, brown people in comedy who come from a STEM background. So it's like another little niche group for us to kind of commiserate together.
I
You
think it's
remember Dimitri Martin?
Yeah, he was so great.
He was so I don't even know what happened to him, but I used to love him. He was so like such an academic with his comedy, but I loved it.
Yeah.
It worked. Even Greg Giraldo, he was funny as hell.
Yeah.
And he came from an academic background. He was
I used to know Dimitri when I was a door guy at New York. And he was also an academic guy. He was at Yale Law School when I
Yeah.
knew him.
Exactly, yeah.
And then he told me he was dropping out of school.
Yeah.
And then
Oh wow.
and then he
And then
dropped
he's-
out and then he blew up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all of you guys are immensely smart. Even Fizaa, you know,
Yeah.
Kieran.
Did you say even Fizaa? I can't.
Oh my gosh.
That's hilarious.
No, all of
Thank
you
God
guys.
that wasn't even Yuvi because
That is hilarious.
It's really interesting.
I can appreciate that. I think that was very funny.
No, it's interesting though because you're all like, I mean, I know we're all not the same, but you're all like so uniquely different.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're all like extremely intelligent. I think that's your commonality between all four of you. I mean, Kieran, throwing in Kieran there too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kieran. I think she's in England.
Yeah, I think we all like are. That's also I think we've sustained is because we're like efficient at running a show, and
Yeah.
we knew how to survive the pandemic. But you can tell how different we are. We used to have a podcast, and we would just sit there and argue with each other.
We definitely had our growing pains,
Yeah.
I think.
But yeah,
As any sisterhood would.
Yeah.
Like initially. And then I think this was, I mean, how many years ago? So
it was like forever ago.
there's also been like a lot of
Yeah.
personal growth on everyone's end, which I think is so beautiful to see when you know someone for so long
Sure.
and you can see like sort of
Yeah.
everyone's journey. It's exciting.
Zara said something so funny at the show when she performed. I was like, Zara, I love your attitude. She goes, you love my attitude, but not my jokes.
1,000% Zara.
And I'm trying to give you a compliment.
What are you gonna call me, a good writer?
how long did it take you guys to find your voice? And how did you not judge yourself when you were like, in my head it's like this, but in reality it's coming out like this?
Honestly, I still feel like I'm finding my voice because I feel like I keep evolving and I don't like, I still get to a point where sometimes like I'll do older jokes, they'll start feeling rote and I'm like, I don't relate to this. Like it's not me anymore.
I really love watching your comedy growth because like seeing how you Fizaa didn't always like host the show, and even just hosting the show has like taken you to a different level too.
True.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's and also like you've been more like politically aware lately, so that's changed kind of like the content of what you talk about
Yeah.
and how you phrase things and stuff. So it's been really fun like watching your
Oh, thank you.
comedy change.
Kind of fell into it because like even my parents were like, you never talked about political stuff, but now it's just like, I mean, how can you not?
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
bat shit. Can I say that?
I'll bleep it out.
Bat poop.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So it's like, how can you not talk about it? And I think also it's like maybe I have more of an availability to think about society because I've sort of filled my own cup, right?
Yeah.
So I'm more available to like, before it was like, I have my own problems.
Somebody gave me some great advice once. He said, if you stop writing, you're going to stop evolving. So he's like, you always have to just keep writing to push your brain to just, keep
Yeah.
moving forward. Otherwise, if you're doing this, I see some comics now and they're doing the same act from like 5 years ago, like their hits, which is fine. You'll kill on stage, but you're not going to grow as a comedian. And I think it depends, I guess, what you want out of this business. But if you're a true comedian, you want to get better every day. It's by what age you are,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I think that's like where the collaboration for me comes in is I will start shows and podcasts and things with people in order to like push myself to like make more content to it's kind of like having a gym buddy.
Yeah.
It's the accountability of it all. So also knowing that we have this like monthly show and I have another monthly show too, I'm like, I want to have new material for those shows or that's a safe space for me to like try things out and stuff.
Yeah, hey, I want to plug your other podcast, by the way, too, because you got like 3 different podcasts. Am I?
No, I've had them at different times.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't then refer to some old thing. Like, what else are you
Right
doing?
now, we're doing facial recognition, usually 3rd Fridays of the month at the Comedy Store. And then I run another show at the 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐸 called Second Screens, and it's at Second Screens LOL. And we like encourage, it's kind of like the opposite of the Comedy Store where we're like very neurodivergent heavy.
Yeah.
We encourage people to be on their phones. We're like, how much screen time do you have? You'll get an award if it's a lot,
Cool.
Like just different things. But it's like a regular stand-up show, but we just tell the comics like people are going to be playing
Nice.
games on their phones and stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
And then I have the Millennial Mood Board podcast. So that's like the one that launched this week.
That's great. Congrats.
We should maybe bring back the facial recognition comedy podcast.
I'll do another project. I don't care.
Why not? She
Yeah.
can do a PhD and
Because we had it. We did it for, we have like over, how many?
I feel like 170 or something
Yeah,
crazy.
we have almost
That's a
200
lot.
episodes. Yeah.
it's a lot.
Well, we did it for a long time, and then we did Clubhouse during the pandemic.
Yeah.
We had a residency at West Side Comedy, and then we also did like a New York show for like a while.
We had a New York kind of residency there. So we had a monthly in New York,
Yeah.
a monthly in LA.
You look at Mumbai facial recognition.
I would love to, but we
it.
couldn't get Zara there because Zara's
Yeah.
Pakistani, and you know how the issues with visas are right
Time
now.
to replace Zara. Enter Yuvi.
You're gonna make it come back.
There's your
Right?
line.
I know.
Hey, before I forget, let's do a quick shout out for Dialogue.
I know, this is so good.
Hey guys, I want to make a quick shout out to Dialogue Cafe for supplying us with these incredible drinks. It's so amazing. I am drinking an iced latte. I love it. Fizaa, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a 𝐬𝐿𝐫𝐫𝐢 cold brew, and it's delicious. With oat milk.
I am drinking a red eye, which is coffee with 2 shots of espresso, and then I put some Splenda in there.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Is this what is this called? Like it had in Madagascar or something?
I forget, but it's delicious. I know
It's
that.
so good. It's like a latte.
And the food is really good at Dialogue, too.
Yeah, Fizaa once asked me to give breakfast for her, and I was like, no, we're getting drinks.
That is so, I
like-
love that you said no.
She's like, hey, pick out something. She's like, can I get the breakfast burrito and this and this?
He said pick out something, so I didn't
That's
know it was
fair.
limited to drinks.
You're right.
Right, that's fair.
It was my mistake. Dialogue, thanks for these drinks. We appreciate you. Check them out. They have multiple locations throughout Los Angeles.
My first time trying this. It's good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Hey, sorry to interrupt. Guys, if you like the show, please consider joining our Patreon. Support us so we can make more great content for you. Thanks. This is a quick panel question so we can all just talk. You guys see my thing this morning?
Yeah.
Here's the question. What hill are you willing to die on?
I used to want to die on every hill that I was passionate about. Like, if I'm passionate about it, I'll die on it. And then that's kind of changed. I'm like, okay, I don't want to live in a constant state of misery. So I'm like, that wasn't happening. I was like, I'm dying on too many hills right now. So I was like, okay, let me die on the hill that I'm getting at least some positive feedback loop from. So, okay, with the body physicality stuff, I'm like, I'm at least seeing some change. I'll die on the hill for this because I see some, positive feedback. But I won't die on a hill for anything where I'm not getting positive feedback loop anymore.
That's good.
Yeah. I also died on so many. Fizaa knows. I was ready to scrap on any mound. Okay.
Really?
Doesn't matter how high, how low.
I mean, like I was ready. I would tell everyone everything right away, and I'd be like, "Well, actually," and then spew a bunch of facts. But now I am more tired, and so I do have fewer hills to die on. I think a lot of my hills are political and like human rights based, and then. Also like animal stuff too. Like I volunteer in like rescue in LA. And so every chance I get to tell people to adopt, don't shop, I will. And I think that's like one of the last where people are like really progressive about a lot of things. And then they're like, I want a purebred golden doodle. And I'm like, they're dying in the desert. Like stop breeding dogs, So
Dying in the desert?
people will like breed, like mama dogs until the point where they get cancer, like mammary cancer, and then drop them off in the desert or drop puppies off in the desert.
Oh my God.
Because they don't want to kill them. So our rescues have had to pick up like 60 purebred dogs from the desert.
Wait, aren't
People
they
are-
dying in the desert? I mean,
Yeah, people, there's like the Bakersfield strays, like
people are insane.
people are really insane. They do a lot of cruel things to animals. They'll try to like, kill animals with their food. Like there was recently somebody pouring bleach into like their food, things like that. So that's why I'm like constantly, I'm like, please rescue strays, please rescue, please spay, neuter. If you're gonna, trap a cat, release it where it was so it knows where the food is, like after you spay or neuter it. But like the people shopping for another creature as a sign of like wealth or status, I'm like, I will die on this hill.
That's a good.
I will die on this hill so these dogs don't have to.
I see your bond with Fizaa because Fizaa is a big.
Both my dogs are rescues. I think
Yeah.
there's so much cruelty towards animals, so it's.
Is that your hill too?
No, I mean, sure. I was gonna do sillier ones, but
okay.
I think there's so much cruelty to animals, and
Yeah.
it's the capacity for pain. It breaks my heart. It
Yeah.
breaks my heart
As
because
it should.
Yeah, and I think nearby my place in the park, someone tied a dog to a tree and just left it there.
They do that all the time.
Yeah, and it would have just, who knows what could have happened.
Yeah.
It was during the heat wave too, so it could have just died from dehydration or
Yeah.
heat stroke.
Yeah.
But luckily a neighbor rescued it.
That's wild.
rescued her.
I feel like I don't see that type of outward cruelty, but then I hear about it.
If you talk to anyone in rescue in LA, it's been a crisis for a long time.
It's heinous.
That's why like all the rescue people are like a little bit off, because we're like seeing so much like cruelty at such a grand scale, and like no one is helping.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like we try to appeal to like the local government. Some of the shelters like are dealing with a lot of stuff, and so anybody in animal rescue is like completely drowning, and everybody else is like, I want to get like a golden retriever.
I hate it when I see people like that who accessorize themselves with like a chihuahua.
Or a kid.
Yeah. That's another podcast.
Yeah. But
What's your hill, Fizaa?
Yeah.
my hill is I am very particular about the state of cheese. I like it solid. I like it liquid. I like
Cheese whiz?
I like the gas, like that. But I don't like melted cheese. That's my point.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
Pizza?
Yeah, pizza.
I can have it if it's fresh, like immediately melted. But like cheese that is melted and then dried,
cold.
oh, that's the
Yeah.
worst.
Rubbery.
But even if it's lukewarm, I don't love it. It's just so grilled cheeses, like pizza. I can have it like if it has a little bit of cheese and not a bunch, like gooey.
You need it
I
in
don't
the
want it
state of
gooey.
melting.
Cheese is like,
Yes.
it's a crack.
I do enjoy cheese, but if I were to have pizza and I wanted to like, if I want to put it away and eat it again, I'll usually get like the tomato pie with Parmesan on it because it's a dry cheese.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm just very particular about how I like my cheeses, and I know melted cheese is very, very popular. So if I had to pick a hill, it would be like it's not for me.
I love how you speak about cheese the way you speak about therapy. You're very passionate. Like everything
Yeah.
you speak about.
I have a lot of
Sometimes
opinions.
cheese is therapy.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, and I had one more.
Yeah, please,
There's
why not?
nothing wrong with the word moist. Nothing.
Oh yeah,
I know,
that
it's
became like
actually
a thing.
probably one of the best words.
Yeah.
I've never had a problem with the word moist.
That became a thing where people
Yeah.
were like,
I know.
ew, moist.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I'm on another planet.
I know. Moist has always been a good correlation to. I mean, I like cake and stuff. So
Exactly. You want
Pastry.
your baked goods to be moist.
The cheese thing.
Moisturizing.
In my grocery store is like a gourmet cheese section, and this
Yeah.
guy was like, "This is why they're like crack dealers." He was like, "Hey, you want to try this?" It was like $10 for like this, it's like
He gave
blueberry
you a free
cheese.
sample.
Yeah, and it was like, "Oh, this is delicious." Now every time I go there, I spend like $20 on this stupid cheese,
It worked.
and it worked. I'm like
Yeah.
addicted to it. Like I love it. So I'm with you.
vegan, and like we figured out every sweet. We figured out ice creams. The cheese, the melted cheese is the hardest
cashew?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's like, okay. So I feel like cashew cheese is like a different thing. It's like a dip to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yuvi's like, I can't eat any of this stuff.
no, I can. I just choose when. The bitchin' dip. Have you had that?
Oh, at Trader
Yes.
Joe's?
Yeah, it's good,
Yeah,
right? That
that's
bitchin' stuff
good.
is good. It's like almond. What is it?
Yeah, something.
I think it is almond based.
Yeah.
But the first ingredient is water, which I think is hilarious.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
This is why I love Fizz on the podcast. I just never know. It's great. I love it.
Which personality
I
you're
love
gonna get. But yeah, I've always admired veganism, and I would I'm hoping for the initiative to move more in
Yeah.
that direction. I think it's just I always struggle feeding myself. Maybe that's like a Desi thing because our
Yeah.
mom's love language is just stuffing food in our mouths.
Yeah, so I became a vegetarian when I was 8 because I loved animals.
When you were 8, you
Yeah.
started? Oh
Yeah.
my God.
And do you know what's messed up? I have an older brother, and this is like the most older brother thing he's ever done. I was like, I want to be a vegetarian because I don't want to eat animals, and he's like, and I'm gonna eat double the amount of animals so you
God.
don't make it different. And then he was a growing boy, so he did. And I was like, you're eating so much meat, dude.
Wow.
But I became vegan like I don't know how many years ago, but I tried a bunch of times. But once I was like, I took the pressure off, and I'm like, I'm just doing that. It's not like a declaration, and I have to.
Yeah.
Once I was like, I'm gonna do this quietly, and then it happened, and I was like, wow.
I think that's the way to do it. I tried doing no carbs like 2 weeks ago. I was so angry.
You're just like eating.
No,
you're at Olive Garden.
What made you do that?
I wanted to get like super cut up,
Yeah.
and I was just too angry. Like I could tell I'm just like angry to people on the phone,
Yeah.
and just in general in life. So I think, but what you said though, you got to just do it quietly and see how you adapt to it. And
Yeah, do
then-
it for you.
And I think even sort of moving in that direction, or like eating less meat.
Yeah.
Or I think that's valid too. It's just sort of anything you can do.
Yeah.
I saw a TikTok that was like, in quotes, it was like, I would be vegan except for cheese. And then the person was like, okay, so do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Be vegan except for cheese. It's fine.
We got to get out of here. I hope you had a good
Yeah,
time.
this was so fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was
Was this
great.
your first time doing?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I loved it.
He gets all the Indians on. Or browns.
I do have like a 3-month waiting list for this podcast.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's pretty.
I got in real quick.
Well-
it's like the club.
I did your show and I was like, well, I'm swapping people out. So, and also I love Fizaa and I wanted to make sure I thought having you guys on would be like really great, and it was great.
Yeah, there's a lot of history.
A lot
here.
of history, yeah.
Yeah, and Yuvi gets along with everybody, so
Yeah,
it's terrific.
you're great.
What do you want to promote before we get out of here?
Well, facial recognition.
Yeah, I think it's the last Friday of June. I can't remember the date.
Yeah.
But it's the last Friday.
26th.
June 26th, 10 p.m. at the Comedy Store Belly Room. And yeah, come see us. It's a really great stand-up show. We have different comics every month, plus Zara, Pallavi, and myself.
Yeah,
so.
it's great. I did it. It's unbelievable. And what's your Instagram?
And we have
to the
guys too,
camera?
by the way, on the show. So
We have what?
We've started bringing
Oh, yeah.
guys, a
I'm a
couple
guy.
guys on.
I
Yeah.
did, yeah.
Our Instagram for facial recognition is at facial recognition comedy. My Instagram is at Pallavi Gunalan. I'm sure you'll put that somewhere that can be spelled.
Yeah, I'll put it up.
And then what I have to plug is facial rec, and then second screens comedy at the 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿 on the 28th, I believe, and the Millennial Mood Board Pod. So find that everywhere at Millennial Mood Board Pod.
Cool.
Nice.
Yuvi?
You can find me at UV Grewal and then at UV Trains for my personal training.
Can I drop my IG?
whatever you want.
Okay, it's at Fizaa Dosani. Even if you just Google it, and if you spell it wrong, hopefully it'll correct you.
I always forget we have audio listeners.
Yeah. Fizaa
This is like a New York Times puzzle.
Dosani.
And you can find me at Tarun Shetty, and you can follow us at the Convo Sutra. Pallavi, thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank
This
you.
was so fun.
Thank you. And thanks both of you as well. Appreciate
you.
it. And thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you. We will see you next week. Take care. Done.